Hello student, today our topic is proportion. This is chapter 7. In previous video we discussed about the ratio. Today we study about the proportion. This is chapter 7 of D form. What is proportion? Here written, a proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. Four numbers are said to be in proportion if the ratio of the first two is equal to the ratio of last two. It means proportion is an equation. An equation means there is equality sign that states that two ratios are equal. So how can we say that two ratios are equal? So two ratios always equal when they are in equivalent ratio. For example, 1:2. This will be equal to 4:8. Or 1:2 is equal to 5:10. So both are equal because this is already 1/2 is in simplest form. But when we write 4/8 in simplest form, so it will be 4 1 ja 4 and 4 2 ja 8. This is also 1/2. 4/8 or 4:8. This is also 1:2. This is also 1:2. This is 1:2. So this is equal to 5:10 because 5:10 is also same as 1:2. 5/10. So proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. When the two ratios are equal, then we can say that two ratio, these four numbers are in the proportion. And if four numbers are said to be in proportion, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, means A is to B is equal to C is to D. So here first ratio is equal to other second ratio. This is expressed as A is to B proportion C is to D. It is read as A is to B, A is to B as C is to D. A is to B as C is to D. So we can write in proportion form 1:2 as 4:8. So this is the sign of proportion. This is sign of proportion. 1 2 3 4 dot which are parallel to each other. So how can we check 1:2 as 4:8? Means this ratio is proportion of 4:8. So we know that 1 is called the first term, 2 is called the second term, 4 is called the third term, and 8 is called the fourth term. So this 1:2 proportion 4:8. Here the middle two term means second term and third term, this is called the mean term, and 4 and 8 outer two term, that is first term and fourth term, this is called the extreme term. So it is clear that in proportion there are four terms. The middle two term are called the mean term, and sidewise two term, that is called the extreme term. So when the two ratio are equal, then it will be proportion. Our second method, product of extreme is equal to product of mean term. Product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term. Then we can say that the four terms are in the proportion, or two ratio are in the proportion. So check whether this is in proportion or not. So product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So product of extreme means 1 into 8 is equal to mean 2 and 4, 2 into 4. So product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So 8 is equal to 2 4 ja 8. So here the product of extreme is equal to product of mean. Then we can say that 1 is to 2, proportion 4 is to 8. Next, this is expressed as A is to B, proportion C is to D, and we read as A is to B as C is to D. So here 1 is to 2 as 4 is to 8. But in middle, if there is same number in middle, A is to B as C is to D, if here the middle terms are equal, then we can say that mean proportion. Here if three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if A, B and C, three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if all are in capital letter. A proportion B, A ratio B, proportion B is to C. So this is called continued proportion because middle term repeating two times, here B and here also B. So we can say that A is to B, proportion B is to C, and by the rule of proportionality, product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term. Product of extremes is equal to product of mean. Product of extreme, last multiply by A into C, we can write AC is equal to B into B, that is B square, and we can write here B square is equal to AC, or B is equal to square root of AC. So in this proportion A is to B as B is to C, the mean proportion, this B is called the, here B is called mean proportion. B is called the mean proportion. A is called first proportion and C is called third proportion. Third proportion. You can write either in capital letter or small letter, no matter. A is to B, you can write in small letter also. So A is to B is to A is to B as B is to C. This is called in the proportion. If AC is equal to B square, you can write in capital letter as well as small letter. This is notation of the proportion. B is equal to AC. So here B is called the mean proportion, small a is called the first proportion, and C is called the third proportion. So B is mean proportion, this is first term, so it is called the first proportion. C is third term, so C is called the third proportion. So if this type of question given, find the continued proportion. If there is two number 1, 2, then find the third proportion. Find third proportion. So we write 1 is to 2 proportion, 2 is to the third proportion is x, and then we find the value of x by using the formula product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So let's we solve the exercise 7.2. okay, so in exercise 7.2 our first question is check whether the following numbers are in proportion. The following four number is given: 14, 8, 42 and 24. We have to check whether the following four number are in proportion or not. So first solution, the middle two term is called the mean term. When we multiply the mean term and then multiply the outer extreme term, if both product are equal, then we can say that 14, 8, 42 and 24 are in proportion. So product of 14, 8, 42 and 24. Product of extreme which is equal to 14 into 24, which is equal to 14 into 24. This is product of extreme term. Product of extreme term is equal to 14 4 ja 56, carry 5, 14 2 ja 28 and 5 33, 336. 14 4 ja 56, carry 5, 14 2 ja 28 and 5 33. So 333, this is product of the extreme term. Now product of mean term is equal to 8 into 42. 8 2 ja 16, 8 4 ja 32 and 16, then 1 carry, 8 4 ja 32 and 1 33. So here the product of extreme term is 336 and product of mean term is 336. Then we can write here, since product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term, then 14 raised to 8 as 42 is to 24, means these four numbers are in proportion. Or we can also check here by 14 upon 8 means we can write 2 7 ja 14, 2 4 ja 8. This is 7 upon 4, and this last two ratio 42 upon 24. So both are divisible by 6. 6 7 ja 42 and 6 4 ja 24. So this, when we write in the simplest form, so both value is 7 by 4. 7 by 4, or we can write in the ratio 7:2, or 7:4, and this is also 7:4. So when the two ratio are equal, then we can say that when the two ratio are equal, so we can write in proportion form. When we simplify the two ratio, then it form a proportion when the simplest form of the ratio are equal. Next, second also 1 upon 3, 1 upon 11, 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 22. These four terms are in simplest form. We can convert into the proportion if the product of mean is equal to product of the extreme term. So first of all, we check the product of extreme is equal to product of mean or not. Second one, the four numbers are given: 1 upon 3, 1 upon 11, 1 upon 6, 1 upon 22. So here product of extreme term is equal to, extreme term is 1 by 3 and 1 by 22. 1 by 3 into 1 by 22. So what is the product of the two fraction? Just we multiply numerator by the numerator and then denominator by the denominator. 1 into 1 upon 3 into 22, which is equal to 1 1 ja 1 and 22 3 ja 66. So product of extreme is 1 by 66. Now product of mean, which is equal to, which is mean term, the middle two term are called the mean term. So 1 upon 11 into 1 upon 6. Now we multiply numerator into numerator and denominator into denominator. So 1 upon 11, 6 is 66. So we can write here 1 upon 3 is to 1 upon 11 as means proportion. 1 upon 6 is to 1 upon 22. So this is, yes, we write, yes, these numbers are in proportion. These numbers are in proportion. So product of extreme we check by this formula, product of extreme and product of mean. If the product of extreme is equal to product of mean, so we can say that the four numbers are in proportion, otherwise it will be not in proportion. Next, question number 2. Find the value of x in each of the given proportion. The proportion is given here. (65) is to x is equal to 13 is to 6. Here we have to find the unknown quantity, the value of unknown quantity, which is x. So how can we find? Either we find by the product of extreme is equal to product of mean, or we convert the ratio into the fraction, and this is equality sign. So by the cross multiplication we can find the value of x. Question number 2, first solution. Question number 2, first solution. 65 ratio x is equal to 13 ratio 6. We read 65 is to x is equal to 13 is to 6. So we write in the fraction form 65 by x, which is equal to 13 by 6. by the cross multiplication, 65 into 6 is equal to 13 into x. Now 65 into 6, here 13 multiply with x, so we can write 65 into 6 multiply will be divide, which is equal to x. 13 5 is 65 and 13 1 is 13. The value of x is 6 into 5, x is equal to 30. So the value of x is 30. How can we find? Once again we see here 65 is to x is equal to 13 is to 6. We have to find the value of x. First we write the ratio in the fraction form. This 13 is to 6 will be also 13 upon 6. This is 65 upon x. By cross multiplication, x into 13 is equal to 13x. And here 65 into 6. Either we multiply this or leave same, 65 into 6. And here 13, when we change the side from one side to other, the plus will convert into minus. Minus will, when we change plus 5 from LHS to RHS, minus 5 will be plus 5 and plus 5 will be minus 5. Multiply will be convert into divide and the divide will convert into multiply. So here multiply, x multiply with 13, so multiply will convert into divide. So 13 5 is 65, 5 6 is 30. So the value of x is 30. Same here also, 16 is to x proportion 0.12. The proportion is given. Second one, solution second part, 1.6 proportion x, 1.6 ratio x proportion 0.12 ratio 0.24. So here product of mean term is equal to product of extreme term. Why? Because these four numbers are in proportion. If any four terms are in proportion, then we can write this formula, product of mean term is equal to product of extreme term, or product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term. So product of mean term is equal to x into 0.12 and product of extreme term is 1.6 into 0.24. Here the value of x is equal to 1.6 into 0.24 and this 0.12 multiply with x. When we transpose from LHS, this is left hand side to right hand side, then multiply will be divide, it will be 0.12. This is 0.24 and this is 0.12, so it will be 2 times. Or the value of x is 1.6 into 2, 0.24 here and here 0.12. So either we multiply by 100 to make the whole. 0.24 into 100 upon 0.12 into 100, it will be 24 upon this will be 12. You know how to multiply in any number by the 10, by the 100 or any power of 10. So this decimal place will be removed and this move to place right side. So 0.24 into 100 is equal to 24. So this is equal to 2. Similarly, we cut here 2 times. So 1.6 into 2 is equal to 3.2. So this is answer. This is the value of x. X is equal to 3.2. Next, question number 3. Find the fourth proportional to the terms are given and we have to find the fourth proportion. So solution 3, we don't know what is the fourth proportion, so we consider here x. Let the fourth proportion be x, and we find the value of x as 9, 36, 19 and x. If 4 numbers are in proportion, then we have what we have. If the 4 numbers are in proportion, we have the product of extreme is equal to product of mean. So product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term. So the product of extreme, that is 9 into x, the last 2 term is called the extreme term. So 9 and x is extreme term, product means multiply, so multiply by the 2 extreme term, and product of mean term is 36 and 19, 36 into 19. Here the value of x is equal to 9 is multiply with x. When we change the side, 36 into 19, and then this 9 multiply will be divide. 9 1 ja 9, and this numerator 9 4 ja 36. The value of x is 4 into 19. So 19 4 ja 76. The value of x is 36. Then we can write, therefore fourth proportion is 76. So product of extreme is equal to product of mean, where the fourth proportion we have to find, we consider x. So product of extreme term is equal to product of mean term, and by this formula we find the value of x. So this is question exercise 7.2. we already solved question number 1, 2 and 3, and you also try to solve next question, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will discuss other questions of this exercise in next video. Thank you.